step as you step up inside the witness box around the corner there. When you get up in the witness box, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony which you are about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a seat there in the black chair. Make yourself comfortable. Pull up to that microphone as close as you can, and please speak loudly when questioned. Mr. Taylor.
Ms. Rowan, I understand you're very upset, so if you need some time to compose yourself, we'll allow it. Would you like to proceed?
I'm ready.
Ms. Rowan, you are Jayden's grandmother, is that correct?
Yes.
And would you like to address the court with your victim impact statement?
Yes.
When you're ready, go ahead.
You know we love Jayden and Maurice. You know Jayden was the only thing we had left. And you took him from us. You know I had already lost his dad. And then my other son. And then you took Jayden. You have ripped our lives apart. And you know that you could have gave them kids to us, and we would have took care of them. But you have been selfish. My heart is in pieces. And you know that you have always had a place to drop them off. You took him from me, and I hurt every day. Every second of the day, I hurt. And I hope they give you 2 life sentences without the possibility of parole. I want you to suffer just like I'm suffering right now. They did not deserve that. You took my little man from me. And we all love him so much, Jayden and Maurice. Oh, I remember the time he called me, Nana, and told me he loved me. And it took him forever to cuddle with me. But Jayden is our blood. Oh, God. Oh, Lord, give me strength. You have hurt so many people, Tiffanie. Jayden had cousins that loved him. Melody and Torn. Torn sleeps with a teddy bear and a picture of Jayden every night. I don't have nothing else to say. She just knows, she knows she done ripped us apart.
Mr. Taylor, any additional questions?
No other questions.
Any questions from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Is this witness free to be excused?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. You're welcome to have a seat back in the courtroom or leave the courthouse. Who does the Commonwealth call next?
Call Bobby Baker.
Ms. Baker, would you please go around the witness box, right up this way, around over here.
My goodness, you can just feel the pain that Regina Rowling is feeling. She is the grandmother of victim Jayden Howard. And even though Maurice Baker isn't her blood, she even noted how eventually he started calling her Nana, too, as she was a grandma to both of those beautiful boys and told Tiffanie Lucas, you know you always had a place to drop them off. So if she no longer wanted her kids, they had a place to go with the loving grandmother we just saw. That was moving. I tell you what, I don't know how there's not, it could be a dry eye in that courtroom right now after that. That was tough. And the heartbreak's going to continue for her. It's not over today. This is just some closure today with sentencing. We'll hit a break. When we come back, we'll talk more about victims Jayden Howard and Maurice Baker. Jayden was 9 years old. Maurice was 6 years old when their mother, Tiffanie Lucas, shot them to death.
There are lots of cases that we'd like to look at. This show, Interview with the Killer, is ultimately about justice, and we hold their feet to the fire.
You know what you did, right? I killed him. And I prayed to God.
That's not really how God works, is it? We have begun in the hopes that the audience likes this show. We'll keep doing it.
Interview with a Killer. New season coming in 2025. Only on Court TV.
And I hope they give you 2 life sentences without the possibility of parole. I want you to suffer just like I'm suffering right now.
That was Jayden Howard's grandma, Regina Rowling, addressing defendant Tiffanie Lucas, talking about how Tiffanie brutally took the lives of her little grandson, Jayden, and his brother, Maurice Baker, who loved Regina just like his own grandmother. He called her Nana. Now, let's go to the next impact statement. This is going to be from Maurice's aunt. Let's take a look.
Maurice, but I consider myself Jayden's aunt as well.
I understand. Would you please read your impact statement for the court?
Tiffanie, on November 8, 2023, you changed the lives of 2 beautiful boys. You broke my brother's heart, my heart, and the heart of anyone who had encountered them. Jayden and Maurice didn't see you for who you really are. They loved you so much, but at the end of the day, you became what children their age fear the most, a monster. Not for 1 minute do I believe, like you said, you were in a hard spot. You had support in so many ways that you could have used. Like I often told you when we spoke, being a good mom is also making the decision that you can't give the boys the best life and allowing another parent to step in. But you refused to do so selfishly because it wouldn't align with what social media saw. Instead, you decided to play God and decide the boy's faith. I often see these court shows where the defendants are forgiven by the victim's family, but not today, not by me. I will never forgive you. I struggle and often wonder what else kind of pain did they endure at the hands of you before you ultimately took their life. Part of this statement I was gonna write, I hope every day you close your eyes that they haunt you, but I don't. You don't deserve to see them, and they shouldn't see you. If he decides to give you any kind of leniency today and grant you parole at some point, bitch, I'll be there at every parole hearing. Do you hear me? I'll be there at every parole hearing.
Hold on, ma'am.
Ms. Baker, just a moment.
Hold on. They may have more questions.
I have no further questions, Your
Any
Honor.
questions from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Then you can go ahead and leave now. Thank you. Mr. Taylor, who did the Commonwealth call that?
Naomi Crawford.
Ms. Crawford, would you please go around past the witness box and watch your step as you step inside? When you're inside the witness box, please turn around, face me, and raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony which you are about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. Please have a seat in the chair. Pull up that black microphone as closely as you can and speak loudly with the question. Ms. Taylor, Mr. Taylor.
And Ms. Crawford, what's your relationship to the victims in this
I'm
case?
his aunt.
Maurice?
Yes.
And what would you like to tell the court?
I just want to tell the court and mainly Tiffany that you took away our chance to have a relationship with my nephew. When my brother called me, I wonder how he's doing, and I asked him so quick, I hope he's okay. Because I remember how you broke him. So at 12:30 at night when he calls me, if I don't answer that phone, if I don't see that phone call, I'm in such agony because I wonder, is he okay? Do you need me? That's my answer to him. His son is gone. You can never bring him back. And there is nothing and no amount of time that this court could give you that is fair. Life expectancy is about 70 years. You took 60 from them. Anything less than 60 for both of them or each of them is not even enough.
I have no further questions.
Any questions from the defense?
No.
Thank you, ma'am. Is she free to be excused?
Yes, Your Honor.
You may either go back to your seat or leave the courtroom.
Oh, this case is so heartbreaking and so frustrating, isn't it? You see all of these wonderful women getting up there and talking about how much they love these babies. Any of them would have taken them, I'm sure. They didn't have to die. Let me bring in our law enforcement analyst guest now, somebody who's a tremendous victims advocate. She has her own show, Break the Case with Jennifer Coffindeffer, retired FBI special agent. Jen Coffindeffer here with us. Good morning to you, my friend. Oh, I know this breaks your heart. Tell us what you're thinking as you're watching this, please.
You know, it's so hard to listen to, Julie, but I love how our country does these sentencing hearings because you get to see the pain inflicted on all the people left behind. But Julie, I want to focus for just 1 second on the pain inflicted on these two boys. The hardest part about this case for me is that she shot them in the head. She took their faces from them. And I don't mean to get so graphic, but it's just so brutal. And I truly believe this is a case that deserves life without parole.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Jen. She deserves the harshest punishment possible for this, you know. And then when I know this frustrates you like it does me, you hear their grandma, Jayden's grandma, was the first one to say, I would have taken them. You always had a place to drop those kids off if you no longer wanted your kids or couldn't care for them for any reason. I think that's what's even more infuriating about this, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I agree. There are many cases where the mom didn't necessarily have anyone, and that's sort of the excuse. But this is the antithesis of that. This is somebody who had a big support system, seemingly, and also a system where she could have left those boys and they could have been raised by somebody else. In fact, one of the witnesses brought that up, that she offered that and said she needed to look introspectively at herself. Is she the best mom for those children? And instead, look at the course she chose to take.
Right. Great insight from you, as always, Jen. Thank you kindly for that.